My people. Hi. Hello. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Okay, first order of business, right? If you're riding a motorized skateboard at around 20 miles an hour, you have to pay very close attention to what you're doing because in a half of a second, things can change very quickly. Trust me on this. Anyway, okay, so James here, Sacred Health Health Food Store, your local health food store guy, passionate about this lifestyle, passionate about health and well-being, so on and so forth. And so, I make a lot of videos and content for you guys, things that I find very relevant. And so let me say this, right? What does the guy at the health food store has to say today? I have something amazing to share with you guys today. Ready? This is going to be some super sage counsel, right? The very best advice I could possibly give on how to call in, invoke a new you, right? And it's simple at the same time. So wow, all the things. Ready? Okay, here we go. Make sure you're sleeping properly. Make sure you're eating nutrient, mineral dense, organic, natural foods. Make sure you're exercising. Make sure you have a positive mental outlook on life. Ta-da! How exciting is that, right? Simple and exciting. There you go. We could talk about so many different things, but just do that. And then I've done my job and maybe you will do yours. Is that really the topic of the video? It's not. What I want to talk about now, pivoting to the right, down a more controversial pathway, unfortunately, is this whole shot thing that's happening. And why am I going to talk about this? Because I love to start trouble. No, because this is super relevant. Everyone is having this conversation on a daily basis. So why wouldn't the guy at the health food store talk about this? Okay, it's kind of my job. That's what I do. Make sense? Great. So here are some thoughts, right? I find it very, very, very peculiar that we are outsourcing our trust to an industry who has a track record that is often, when you dig in, pretty terrible. A couple of the companies within this industry, no names this time, guys. If you look at the legal track record, trouble up and down and up and down. So much legal trouble. Okay? Why are we trusting these guys? Because they really have our best interests at heart? When have you seen a single medical doctor in mainstream news recommend perhaps what I recommended earlier? Make sure you're focusing on nutritious foods. Make sure you're sleeping well. Make sure you're exercising. I'll add one on. Make sure you're taking your supplements. You ever seen Dr. You know who mention that? Why not? Why not, right? Those are foundational elements to health and well-being, to experiencing this life as a human being. Foundational. I haven't seen it once. Haven't heard a doctor one time on the mainstream media say that. Okay? What's also very peculiar about what's happening right now is, if you weren't aware, these shots are not approved by the FDA. Does that mean much to me? No. But still, note that. I heard yesterday from Dr. Gold, American Frontline Doctors, that half of the employees at the CDC haven't gotten the shots yet. Don't you find that peculiar? Fact check that, by all means. Fact check everything I'm saying. Please. Research is critical. Quality research is critical, so I invite you to do so. But half the CDC haven't got the shot yet. What's going on there? Right? There's just the amount of funny business around this, you guys, is very discouraging. And of course, now we have this whole divisional thing once again, where you have those who've gotten the shot and those who don't got the shot, haven't gotten the shot, or won't get the shot. Those who haven't think these guys are crazy. Those who did think those guys are crazy. Does it sound much like 2020? Doesn't it? Maybe that's the point in a big way. Just saying. Decide that for yourself, right? The bottom line is this. Nature, creation, God, the universe, spirit, whichever term you like, okay, all the same, has given us an innate and adaptive immune system. Okay? It's given us this system to be able to cope with, deal with, overcome the challenges in our environment when it comes to viral pathogens, bacterial pathogens, so on and so forth, right? We were given these innate tools in order to do it, in order to accomplish that goal of what? Maintaining a healthy immune system, a healthy body, homeostasis. We have these tools, okay? It works well when you give your body the right things. Okay? If you're not giving your body the right things, then you become more susceptible to the dangers of your environment. It's all about vulnerability. We invite the vulnerability in our immune system by making poor decisions, poor eating habits, poor drinking habits, poor sleeping habits, poor exercise habits, right? We invite the vulnerability. We invite the dis-ease. Okay? It doesn't come from some far-off place. It begins in here. It begins with how we treat our body in the relationship with our body. Does that sound practical? Okay? This is biological, you guys. I know we like to get fancy in our cultures, and we like to get fancy about, how we live our lives in these modern times. I don't care, right? It's back to the basics. It's back to nature. It's back to biology. It's always been this way. What? This species has evolved over how many thousands of years? And we think in 100 years, more or less, that we're going to flip the script and our bodies are going to be able to maintain homeostasis. That's not what's happening. These things take time. Okay? And the guidelines are very clear. The guidelines for being healthy are not complicated. Yes, a very small portion of individuals are born with hereditary issues. I get that. Most of us are not. We make poor decisions and we create vulnerability, and then we weaken our immune systems, and then what do you know? Now we're under attack with viral or bacterial pathogens who take root and give ourselves a hard time. It is our fault when we create the vulnerabilities. Okay? It is our fault when we become too toxic, when we create so much toxicity in our environment, in our ecosystem. That is our fault, okay? But it can be easily avoided, right? By doing all the things I've mentioned a few times already. That's it. So this idea that you need to get I've got the shot, you need to get the shot so that I'm protected even more and so that you're also protected. What? I've noticed, and some of you won't like this one at all, is what it is, right? I've noticed a lot of individuals who don't seem particularly healthy are the ones that are really advocating for others to get the shot. How does that work? Right? You're responsible for your health. I'm responsible for my health. Me personally, I feel like I'm doing my job. Are you doing your job? Because if you're not doing your job, then who the hell are you to tell me or anyone else to get the shot? Interesting, right? It's as if those who've gotten the shot aren't feeling too confident that they got the shot and that shot's going to do what it's supposed to do. You get that sense? I get that sense. Okay? All this is food for thought, guys. Again, this is a conversation happening all over the world every day, all the time. So I'm adding a little bit. Right here and now. Hopefully that's helpful. Okay? Let's wrap all this up, shall we? The best defenses against any pathogenic bacteria, viruses, fungi, whatever, is a healthy lifestyle. Take care of your body. Love your body. Okay? Give it the things that it needs and requires. Follow the natural guidelines. Not complicated. Eat well. Drink well. Sleep well. Exercise well. Have healthy relationships. If you choose not to do that for whatever reason, okay, then you're creating the vulnerability. That's on you. Don't project that onto anyone else. I love y'all. That's why I'm sharing. Talk to y'all soon.